Welcome to Biology Classroom. In the last class, we studied about different kinds of animal tissue like epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue, etc. Today we are going to study about some of the plant tissues. Have you ever think about this? Does the growth of plants and animals are of the same kind? Does it occur at the same rate? Think about it. If you plant a tree, observe it. Does the growth of the plant is same as your growth? By observing, we can find out that the growth of plants are much faster than the growth of animals or human beings. How it occurs? Let us check out what are the factors which help in the fast growth of plants. The growth of animals are possible by the division of cell. That is, the entire cells of our body divides and it results in the growth. But the growth in plants is mainly centered at the tip of the stem and root. That is, the cell at the tip of the stem and root undergoes continuous division and results in the growth of plants. Today we are going to learn about some of the new terms which results in the growth of plants. Meristematic tissue. So what are meristematic tissue? They are special cells seen at the tip of the stem and the root in plants. They undergo rapid division and this results in the growth of plants. Observe this diagram. These are the meristematic cell and the mature cell. Let us compare these two cells. Meristematic cell is having comparatively large nucleus, thin primary wall and more cytoplasm. And mature cell is having thick secondary and primary wall, less cytoplasm and comparatively smaller nucleus. So what is the difference between these two? It is a meristematic cell which undergoes continuous division and results in the growth of plants. Mature cell does not undergo continuous division. So where it is seen as meristematic cells are seen at the tip of root and stem. Mature cells are seen in other parts of the plants. It is this meristematic tissue which later forms the mature tissue. So when it forms the mature tissue, it is converted to some other kinds of plant tissues like parenchyma tissue, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, xylem, phloem, etc. Now we are going to study about the three different kinds of plant tissues, that is parenchyma tissue, sclerenchyma and collenchyma tissues. Parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells composed of cells with the simplest structure. It is seen in the soft part of the plant which help in photosynthesis and the storage of food. Collenchyma. As the name indicates, they are thick at the corner. That is, composed of cells that are thick only at the corner of the cell wall. And the function of collenchyma cells are provide flexibility and support to plant parts. It is because of this collenchyma cells the plants are flexible during heavy wind. Next is sclerenchyma. It composed of cells that are uniformly thick all over the cell wall. So from the picture itself, it is clear that its cell is uniformly thick. Provide strength and support to plant parts. So The function of sclerenchyma cell is to provide strength and support to plant parts. So today we studied about meristematic tissues, that are tissues or cell which helps in the growth of plants are called meristematic cells or tissues. They are found at the tip of root and stem. Then we studied about the different types of plant tissues, that is parenchyma tissue, collenchyma tissue and sclerenchyma tissue. Parenchyma tissues are the simplest tissues. They help in photosynthesis and storage of food material. Collenchyma, which is thick at the corner and it provides flexibility and support to plants. Sclerenchyma, which is having uniformly thick cell wall and provides strength and support to plant parts. This is all about today's class. Hope you all understood. Thank you. Have a nice day.